Most people will never see where the story really starts, not the highlight reel, not the win. They'll never see the late nights where you question everything, the pain, the doubt, the silence. But that's where it begins, in the dirt, in the dark, at the bottom. The bottom isn't failure, it's being stripped of all illusions. You find yourself face down in your own life, and there's no audience, no soundtrack, just gravity, just silence. You lose the job, the dream collapses, someone you trusted walks away, and maybe for the first time you realize you are not invincible. You ever notice how people disappear when you need them most? At the top, everyone celebrates you. At the bottom, it's just you, and that's the gift, if you can see it. Because in that silence, you finally get to ask, who am I really when everything's been taken away? Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. That's not just a quote, that's survival. Your biggest enemy isn't your circumstances. It's that voice in your head that says, it's over. That voice that mocks your effort, that says, why try again? But here's the truth, every great comeback is born in that exact moment when you choose to fight back anyway. Discipline over emotion, focus over fear, not because it's easy, but because there's no other choice. You wake up sore, tired, nothing to show yet, no one claps, no one sees the 5 a.m. alarm, the skipped parties, the sacrifices, but you keep going. Why? Because something deep inside you refuses to die. You may be at the bottom, but you are not done, you are becoming. The climb is slow, it's repetitive, it's boring, there's no magic formula, just sweat, just consistency, just effort when no one's watching. One rep, one page, one step, and every time you want to quit, you don't. That's where the power builds. That's where champions are born, not in stadiums, but in silence. You don't just go through pain, you grow through it. The Stoics called it amor fati, not just accepting fate, but loving it, embracing the setback, holding the pain, not resisting it, learning from it. Because the wound isn't the enemy, it's the place where strength is born. The fire doesn't just burn, it forges. You're not just building a better body, a bigger business, a new life. You're building a new you, stronger, wiser, quieter, the kind of person who doesn't need validation, who doesn't flinch when tested, who has earned their scars. And that version of you, they don't fear the bottom anymore, they own it. And then one day, after months, maybe years, you look up and you're there, at the summit, no parade, no confetti, just air that tastes different. You're not the same person who started this journey. You're not chasing approval anymore, you're chasing purpose. Success is not about the trophies, it's about who you become when no one's clapping. It's how many times you got up, how many times you kept your word, how many times you showed up scared, tired, broken, and did it anyway. That's rare, that's power, and that's why when you speak, people listen, because they feel what you've been through. They don't see a winner, they see a warrior. So if you're down there right now, if the world feels cold, quiet, and cruel, let me tell you something, you're in the best place possible. Because that's where real stories begin. Not when you win, but when you decide to rise, decide to keep moving, decide that this bottom, it's not the end, it's the launch pad. Chase the bottom, climb with fire, rise to the top. And when you get there, reach back and light the path for someone else.